of it. Let's see. Oh, we're recording. All right, guys. Happy Tuesday. I'm so excited about this call because we just got back from Leaders Retreat. I don't know about you on the call, but I'm tired. I'm still recovering. I know y'all are a little bit more local or New York people on here. I'm still recovering my feet and everything. We had so much fun. And so we're going to be talking with some different people on here. We have Kelly and we have Teddy as a surprise guest. Surprise! And his awesome, amazing wife, Leslie. And we have Jana Garcia, who is our diamond. And so I'm super excited about all of it. So we're just going to go down the line. And if you'll just quickly just tell your name, what rank you are, and when you joined, because that's always interesting for me. Hey, I joined when you joined. So I'll start. My name is Jessica McCormick, even though it says I'm Jana Garcia. I'm not. Jessica McCormick, and I joined at the end of February, and I am gold, really close to senior gold. Just a couple peeps from senior gold. So super excited. So Kelly, you go next.
I'm Kelly Saposnik, and I joined in July of 2014 from upstate New York. I'm senior gold, and I'm really close to Ruby.
Woohoo! That's awesome. All right, Leslie, your turn.
Hi, I'm Leslie Cervini. I am a senior gold ambassador, and I joined last year, 2014, the end of May.
Teddy.
I am Teddy Cervini, and I am a gold ambassador, almost senior gold. And I think she threw me into this. She threw me into the business October, I think, last October.
Nice. And so you're senior gold, almost senior gold?
I'm almost senior gold.
Nice. All right, Jana.
I'm Jana Garcia, and I'm a diamond ambassador, and I started April of 2013.
You're a diamond.
So, 2.5.
You forgot that.
Yeah. Yeah, thanks to you and Juana and your whole team.
She's diamond senior gold. So that's awesome. That's so exciting. We're going to be talking about Leaders Retreat. Man, I had an incredible time. I had gone to convention, but I had not gone to anything like this. So it was my first Leaders Retreat. I know that for you guys, it wasn't your first. So I'm excited to hear what you guys thought. So we're going to be talking. My first question is going to be, what was your favorite takeaway? Something that you had to bring back and you needed to share with your team. So I know it's hard to choose just one. So if you want to share two quickly, you can. But what was your favorite takeaway? I won't share first so that I don't take yours. I'll share last. So if you want to go first, I'm going to start with Teddy.
I wrote down a few things. I think for the most part, besides going to the events, because anytime you have the opportunity to go to an event, you should go to an event because you're going to be around people with the same goals as you are. So it's going to motivate you. But for the most part, my takeaways were from Rita Davenport when she was speaking. She kind of gave us tough love, and right now is probably the most appropriate time we need tough love. So I'm going to read a few things that she said that connected the most with me. Most important, I think everyone should be a product of the product. If you're not taking the products, you should be. You don't have to have a crazy story where you lost 50 pounds. Just have a story where you've shown some improvement, because people want to see whether it be just a little bit of improvement or a lot of improvement in your life. You know, share your story. I post my stuff all the time now because I'm proud of my success. Let's see, another thing, the best way to learn the business is to teach it. You're not going to learn how this business works if you're just sitting back and listening to people. You have to get out there and talk about it. You have to talk to your downline. You have to talk to new people. That's how you're going to learn it, because you learn from your own mistakes, and that's I think that's very important as well. And one more thing, your upline is not as important as your downline. Sometimes we get blinded by what our upline is doing and we're neglecting our downline. So I think it should be the reverse. You should always be focusing on your downline, and and I think that's probably the most important takeaway.
Yeah, I think that was great. I think she said so many things that just were amazing. I know that we all, so I can't wait. There's some things I have to, and y'all are probably gonna all say them. I know what I'm gonna say. All right, so I'm gonna skip you, Leslie, for a second, give you a breather. Kelly, I'll go to you.
Okay, I wrote some stuff down too. One of my favorite parts is that because we've all gotten so close on Facebook, it's like you walk into the Gaylord, which is this huge, unbelievably humongous convention center, and you walk in there and like 5 people just come running at you and they're like, oh my God, Kelly, you're here. And it's like automatically, since I joined Plexus, 15 months ago, I feel like I have, all these new people that are just on my side, whether they're on my team, whether they're on a different team, whether they're across the country or up the Northway, and walking into an event, it's like, it doesn't matter who you are, what you look like, what you do, we're all part of one family. And I just, my husband, this was the first event that he came to with me, and he's like, oh my gosh, everybody. I'm like, that's because everybody cares. Everybody cares about you in this company. It's not like a company where you don't matter. And tying into that is the way that Tarl and Alec talk to us. I mean, they get up on that stage and I can feel myself having chills just thinking about the way they treat us all the same. It's not like, okay, if you're not gold, leave the room while we talk about back office, or if you're not diamond, you don't get to hear this. It's like they talk to us like each one of us matter. And so we feel like we do, and then we feel like we want to perform. So just that feeling of the love and the camaraderie all around. I mean, that's what I want for my team, and that's what I try to do for my team because I learn from them. The other thing is that Plexus takes over the town. It's not like, okay, Plexus has a little corner. We're walking along the street and there's signs everywhere and our keys say Plexus, and we get these badges that make us feel like the red carpet. There's pictures that you can take on a red carpet with the background. I mean, just all those things. Like I walk into there and I just feel like $1 million for everything that they do from the top to the bottom.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think everything is done with excellence. I mean, everything. I mean, from convention to this, everything is done with excellence. And I love that you said that you feel like people are on your side. It was feel like you're home. You came in and I had all these people running at me, screaming and hugging my neck, and you just feel like you're home. And that feeling, and I've only been in since the end of February, and so to have that feeling, it's just everybody's family, right? Where no matter how long you've been in, no matter what rank you are, and that's just amazing.
That's a great feeling.
Amazing, amazing. All right, Leslie, you're not off the hook anymore.
So my favorite takeaway is that success is possible for all of us. It doesn't matter where you come from, your circumstances, what you've been through in life. Every single one of those diamonds on the panel are just like you and I. So it's just, and the real people, like they'll talk to you and things like that. So that's one of my favorite things. One of my favorite quotes from Rita was, overcoming failure is the #1 key to success. The more failure you have, the more successful you will be. So we've had a rough couple months. So that was definitely something that hit home for me, that it's okay. It's okay, and you're surrounded by people that are going to have your back no matter what. So that was a good takeaway for me.
Yeah, I love it. She was just, man, she was a little firecracker. She had just laughing, like where tears were coming out. I mean, she was she was fabulous, and it was line after line, and she wasn't up there very long, but man, the meat that she gave us was so good. All right, Jana Garcia, your turn.
Well, it was no different than any other event that I've been to, where obviously, like what Kelly said, they go over the top with every detail while you're there. But I think that every single time I go to an event, what I take away is, regardless of whether it's a leaders or if it's convention or Super Saturday or whatever Plexus puts on, everyone leaves there changed. And everybody's business is at a different level when they leave there than when they got there. And I'm talking anywhere from a silver ambassador to a diamond ambassador. You talk to everyone, they're changed from the first day to the last day and going home with a whole different attitude because of all the things that Plexus puts on for us and everything that we learn and the special speakers that they bring out and all the pink drink you can drink and all the, the red carpet and the food they provide and the parties. And like you said, the people that you meet and the people that you finally get to meet that you're waiting to meet, you just leave there completely changed. And so each time I come back, I try to bring forth to everyone how great it is to go to these events and how important it is to go to these events. Once you go to one, you don't want to miss any more of them. And so if you can get your people to events, it is huge for their business. And that could mean, a call. It could mean a meeting at Panera. It could be a lunch with your own team members. It could be a girls' night out or a guys' night out, or it could be convention. But that will make all the difference to your team when you can get people to come to things, because they learn so much and the relationships they take away, and they see how much Plexus cares about us and how much they're doing for us to succeed. And it leads to success all the way around. So I always leave these events thinking everyone needs to be there. Everyone needs to be at every single event that Plexus puts on.
Yeah, I agree. And I think my favorite takeaway is we did the night tour. I don't know what all monument tours you did, but we did the night when it was freezing cold. But it was gorgeous, and I got to be with some of my PFFs who are on Janet's team, and so they're really not even on our leg, but I just love those ladies, and so I got to spend some time with them. And we're standing in the Lincoln Monument, and I will never forget this because one of the ladies was talking about, I could never have done something like this before now. I could never have felt good enough to be, able to walk as much as we've walked. I never would have had these friends, these amazing relationships. And that moment right there, I mean, we know that, we read the testimonies and we see that and we hear it, but to hear it from her, it was just so emotional. It just really impacted me on such a huge level, because I'm like, this is why we do this. I need everybody to have that moment. I need everybody on my team to have this moment to where they go, this company, these products really are life-changing. And she had her moment right there in that Lincoln Monument, and while we were freezing cold standing there at night, but just amazing. So that really was my favorite thing that I will hold dear. Of course, there's tons of memories and tons of things. And hello, a surprise concert, private event by Joel. That was wow. Plexus, treats us right, shutting down a street on Fleet Street and restaurants. And I mean, come on, for real? Really? So it just was, there was so much. And we could go on and on. I know we all could. So we're talking about events, and Jana just kind of hinted at my next question, and it really is, and honestly, so did I. So why are events so life-changing? Why do you think it's so important to get them there? What is something to where if you were trying to convince me this is going to change your life, what would you say to me? How would you do that? Kelly, I'm going to start with you.
Okay. Well, I think that it touches on what I said when I first started, that I walked into that room and, everybody came running. Hey, Kelly, you're here. And now I know, like yesterday, I reached out to 10 people that I didn't know before this event, but, we kind of knew each other via Facebook. And I just reached out to them for advice and just said, can we kind of form a little alliance? And, I give you advice, you give me advice. And it's like, because of that event, I had 10 new people to bounce ideas off. Because of that event, Jessica, I know you now. You know what I mean? It's like just, I can't describe like what Jana said. You walk out of there a changed person. I mean, you walk in and everybody has their business and everybody's excited and everybody has day-to-day things that get in the way, but you still love your business and you still work it. But you walk out of there and it is like your batteries were you know, 75% full before you walked in, and now they're exploding. It's like I can't. I came home Monday, and I couldn't stop. I mean, it was just on fire. I still can't stop, and it's Tuesday night, and I've met with 5 team members since yesterday just because I can't stop, and I was enthusiastic before, and like Teddy and Leslie said, you know, it's been a rough month, but that doesn't matter. Like, I have the vision, and some of my team members were like, do you think things are okay, you know, based on the meetings, you know, how are things going? I'm like, better than ever. Like, they brought in Jewel. I mean, who does that? You know, like even Eric's like, that was awesome. I mean, he was like in shock. It's better than ever, and I am more energized. And you know, whether it's a meeting like this or a meeting with your uplines, or like Jenna said, you know, go to Panera for a cup of coffee, you have to get together and you have to feed up each other. And that's what I'm taking back to my team, is that we're going to get together monthly. We're going to, even if it's one-on-one, but it has changed. And I didn't think that I could change this much, you know? So.
I love it. I think that's the same thing. I was already excited. So I'm thinking, oh, I'm
Right.
excited. You know, you can't get me more. Well, it's wrong. I'm with you. I've had 3 ways like crazy.
Yep.
Literally, I've been going nonstop, and I think I'm more tired because I haven't stopped, you know, because going and going and going. It energized. It just completely energized my business. So I get that. That's fantastic. All right, Leslie, you're next.
So mine's very similar to Kelly's. The meetings are just inspirational. It doesn't matter if it's leaders retreat or, you know, like Jana said, you're just meeting for coffee or having a dinner or whatever. It's just motivational, inspirational. When you're in a room full of Plexus people, the positive vibes are like insane. You just feel good. What I love about leaders is it's really focused on personal things, you know what I mean? And kind of like Rita was just saying things that just really, I cried a lot. Teddy kept asking me, are you okay? I'm okay, but there's certain things that she said that I was like, aha. I had many aha moments. So what else? And of course, it certainly doesn't hurt that your friends and family are seeing you out on the town on a free trip. We post a lot of pictures and just having fun and being with all your friends and meeting new people. And I mean, Plexus people are going to be your biggest cheerleaders. So it's nice to get to these events to really meet people face to face versus just on Facebook. And, you know, and we just got a really great group of positive people. So.
Yeah. We really do. We really are kind of spoiled because it's not, and Jana and I talked about it a little bit. I don't remember when, Jana, I think it was yesterday, how it's not the norm. And network marketing, it's really not the norm. And we really don't realize how blessed we are and how One Plexus, again, I know you guys and I'm talking to you guys and y'all aren't really on my leg at all, on Jana's leg with me. So we're One Plexus, so we're all together. And that's just so out of the norm. And we really have to remember that and cultivate it and grow it. So I'm with you. All right, Teddy.
So as far events, I mean, when I first signed on back in October, it was either before or after the first leaders retreat. So I went as her guest. Thankfully, she brought me as her guest, and me going to that changed everything because, you know, like Kelly, we're from traditional, conventional accounting backgrounds where, I don't know about her, but I didn't believe in multi-level marketing at all. I didn't believe that this was a legitimate company until I went to the leaders retreat and I realized how big of an opportunity this was and how this could change everything potentially, and how much I'm saying it has changed a lot. But that event alone changed everything for me as far as the business goes, because I came home rocking and roaring and talking about Plexus with everybody I came across. In events, like everyone else has said, everyone is positive. They're on your team, whether they're on your downline or upline or sideline. We're on the same team. We have the same goals. It's the energy in the room. You leave with so much extra energy And it's weird because you get home from these events and you seem to be talking to everybody you come across about the business opportunity, about the products. I think I've talked to about 5 or 10 new people since I got back a couple days ago about the products. I don't know, it just gives you extra confidence. I had other thoughts in my head, and meeting new people and connecting. I didn't really have a strong connection with Jana and Rod before, but then our first night, Rod texted me, "Hey, come downstairs, let's have a drink." And next thing I know, we've been down there for 3 hours talking about anything from running away from mountain lions while Rod's taking a jog to how to motivate our team. So, we build good friendships. We're high-fiving and hugging when we go to these events. When I went back to my office on Monday, nobody gave me a high five or nobody gave me a hug.
Yeah.
Right.
I love it. What's that about? Why didn't they give you a high five?
I don't know.
No.
Well, somebody did say that they missed me because it was quiet.
That's great because it was quiet.
Yeah.
That's great. I love it. I love it. I like the extra confidence. I think that I can say that for sure. It's given me definitely a more boldness. I didn't really need help in that area, but it just kind of it's energized it a little even more and given me more and more.
Because you go to these events and then you come home with you feel more important.
Yeah.
And not to sound cocky, but when you're at these events, you feel important. So when you come back home and you're talking to your friends and your family, you just have that extra confidence because you know that you mean something. You know that you have something that could help them, and you just have that extra boost of confidence after you leave these events.
Yeah, I like that because you are important, and I think that with us being Facebook friends, it's not quite the same. But seeing each other in person, we realize, hey, we are important to each other, and our likes and our comments and our encouragement, it matters and to other people. And for us not to stop, I say all the time on my calls, you need to stay positive. You have to stay positive, and it really does. It matters, and it kind of proved it. It proved it because you saw that fruit of that, I think. So Jana, your turn.
Well, Teddy brought up goals, and one thing that I will say is that our speaker, Rita, brought up that only 3% of people have goals. And that really resonated with me because, in our company, there's about 70 diamonds. There's a whole bunch of ambassadors. So most people, and I've been reading a lot more marketing books and educating myself on the whole industry. And most people, the reason why they're not successful with network marketing is because they just dabble in it. They don't educate themselves. They don't go to events. But, we're not talking to the people that are just dabbling in it tonight. We're talking to the 3% that are making goals. You should write your goals down. We learned that there. But also, everyone that's watching this and everyone that will watch this, you're part of that 3% because not everybody will take the time to watch this. Not everybody will go to a convention. Not everybody will go to Super Saturday. But the 3% that really want this will. And they'll make sure their teams are there as well because those are the people that are going to succeed. You take that 3% number and it really makes sense. So I'm seeing a number right now, 76 people on the call now. Probably 100 more that watch the call later, which is great. Some people, that's why we love what we do because we can work around our schedules. It's very important to be on calls when they're live if you can, but if you can't, that's why we record them. But that's so true that 3%, think about how many people are on the team and the 3% are the ones that are serious enough to watch a call. And that's so important to get your people on these calls and to events, whether it's a small event that's local or whether it's something that's put on, for sure, the things that are put on by Plexus, but even to the local events. Because the books that I'm reading, they're talking about how you can be not good at just about anything in this business, but if you can get people to events, you can work your way to the top of your pay plan. And it's so true because you see people changed at these events, you make relationships with people, And then you hook them up to these training calls, and the training's done. An awesome group. There's lots of team leader groups that you can add people to. And so you just get people to the events, and the rest of the work is done for you. And so we're talking to that 3% that have goals, that write down their goals, that make it a habit to go to these things and educate yourself. But I can't stress enough how important it is to go to events and to be on calls, because it will really change your business. And if they're serious about it, they'll do it. They'll do it, and they'll educate themselves. And you can do it part-time. That's fine. Not everybody does this business full-time. Like Teddy said, he went to work on Monday, but you have to do it. You can't do it sometimes. You have to be consistent, and you have to work your business every day consistently. Even if it's 10 minutes to 30 minutes a day, you have to work your business every day, and you have to get yourself to as many events and calls as you possibly can, so that you can further yourself and keep yourself motivated, as well as your team members. That's what I put on the Rock Group earlier. How many people are going to be on the call, but more importantly, how many team members did you invite and encourage to come to this call? How many people are you going to bring with you to Super Saturday? That's going to be huge. I mean, if you're there at an event, you're so excited, but when you have team members at an event, you're even more excited. Like, you change your whole way of thinking when you even have one team member at an event. Your confidence is different. We talked about confidence before, but even one team member being at an event, you're going to act totally different. So make sure you're bringing people with you to these events so that they can further your business as well.
Yeah, I mean, I wrote so many things down. I love the goals. If you are on this call and you're listening to this, if you're watching it later, you've not written your goals down, write them down. Pause the call, write them down. I really encourage you to write your goals down. It's so huge. It's life-changing when you just write your goals down. And then you want to go back and you want to make a plan to really get to that. And I think some of your goals have to be, okay, I'm going to go to 3 events. I'm going to search. I'm going to find 3 events a month, or whatever is possible for your schedule. Find them. They're in your area. If they're not, guess what? You can have one. So it's so important to really have events and go to events and make those part of your goals. I mean, wow, you just have
to promote them and to people. That's huge, because you won't get people there unless you really promote the events and invite people to go to them.
And personal invite, don't just go, oh, look, Facebook, I invited you, yay. No, you want to personally invite them. You want to talk to them. You want to text them. You want to instant message them, something. Really personally invite them, and don't just try to get the easy way out and go, I created a Facebook event and invited them, yay. No, that's not enough.
Most people don't say those.
Yeah. I like that you said you can't do it sometimes. You have to do it. You have to do it all the time. You have to be consistent. Even if it's consistently 10 minutes a day, it's consistently 10 minutes a day. I recently had several ambassadors just now start working their business again. And they posted one post, guys, y'all, one post. And that one post got 7 people interested in the business. And so I'm like crazy busy right now because they haven't worked in a while. And we have a new back office. And so they're like, help, help, help. But one post, and they haven't been consistent. So guess what? They're going to be consistent now, and they are now. So it's so important to really be consistent, and don't just work sometimes. Don't. Please don't work sometimes. That was so good, Jana. Thank you. So we're going to now talk about, it doesn't have to be Plexus related, because we were in DC. We saw monuments. We saw, I got to go to the White House. I don't know if you guys did or not. So we did get to do some different things. So what was your favorite moment, something that really just stuck out in your head, that you were like, I'm so glad I got to go on this trip. I'm so glad I got to do this. I could never have really done this, like I said earlier, on my own. Let's start with, who do we start with? Kelly. I know I can start with you, Kelly.
I go on a lot of vacations, and they're always beach vacations. Like, I would never, ever choose to go to, well, now I would, but to go to Arizona or Las Vegas or DC. I mean, I go south to Florida, I go to the Caribbean, and that's it. So when I found out I was going to DC, I was like, oh my gosh, there's no beach. Like, it's not going to be warm and there's no beach. But all of a sudden, like, as I started thinking about it and planning what we would do down there, I was like, wow, I get to spend a long weekend in DC. I've never done that. I think I did it when I was a Girl Scout, like 8 years old. I think we went on like a Girl Scout trip there, but anytime we've driven through and we've stopped and had lunch, but I've never really gotten to like explore the city. I didn't even know, honestly, that National Harbor existed. It just was never, I didn't even know how to say the word Potomac. I mean, they're all like, it's Potomac. I'm like, I'm sorry, I didn't even know it existed. And just being able to go to a place like Arizona, go to a place like DC, go to Vegas, you know, in the spring is just like, wow, like I can't believe I get to go on somebody else's dime and spend time with my husband and my best friend and her husband and just do all these things that like I would never be able to do. I mean, I got to run by the White House. I mean, I run all the time up here, but I got to run by the White House. I got to run up the stairs of the Lincoln Memorial. I mean, that was huge for me because it's not something I would ever plan or do on my own. So, you know, I just wrote it on my Facebook before the call started. Like, you wanted to know what my best moment was. Every single thing. I mean, I can't pick one because I really feel like from the second I arrived to the moment I left, practically in tears, it was all my favorite. You know. So.
I think we can all relate to that. It's hard to pick one moment because it was just wow. It was.
I know, but like,
okay.
like winning the scavenger hunt on the first day was pretty exciting.
That's awesome.
Oh, yeah, and I'm waiting. Vincent was mailing my stuff. It was too big to take home in the car, so we tried, but it was too big. So my stuff is coming, and I'm really excited because it's all business building things. So that was a pretty big moment for me. So.
That is awesome. That's exciting. What did you win?
Thank you. I won a Plexus selfie stick and a $50 back office credit and an 80-inch projector screen and a projector, none of which I had, and a year subscription to Audible, which is I didn't know it's a division of Amazon. Mm-hmm. So I can listen to all the training books in my car, or you know, put them on my phone and listen to them as I fall asleep. And also like 6 training books, which none of them I had. I have some, but these inspirational books. So it's just an awesome gift and one that's going to help me with my business. And it was exciting to be the winner.
Yeah, wow. I mean, hey, right there. You want to know why you should go to events? Did y'all hear everything she won, for crying out loud? For a scavenger hunt?
Yeah, so. and like my job was to like run around the Gaylord taking selfies. I mean, I was going to do that anyway. So
I love it. I love it. Yeah. That is so, I mean, I saw that people were winning all that. I didn't know you won.
Yeah, that's because we didn't know each other. Yeah, we do. Yeah.
Wow. That is so awesome. So we're
really exciting.
Jana, instead of last, you're going next.
Okay. Well, I guess the one defining what I wasn't just one. So many times, like I would walk into a restaurant and I would see like people on my team that were having dinner and lunch together that weren't even on the same leg with each other. But because of the team that we have and the family atmosphere that's been created, if everyone is so close and like they don't need me, they just are friends even without me. And so that is huge for me. And like when Rita Davenport said that at the end of the day, it's not about what you did, it's about who you helped. And so it kind of is humbling, and it takes yourself out of the picture. And so for me, it was just all about seeing how people are connecting with each other, even if I'm not involved in it. And I loved that. I loved that everyone was so happy and they just loved being around each other, and everyone had friends. You never saw anybody that wasn't with a group of people, and everyone is just really welcoming, and it doesn't matter whose team you're on, everyone just loves each other. So that was the best part for me the whole time we were there.
I love it. We were actually at the Marriott, so we had to bus over. But that was honestly one of my favorite times because we didn't just sit there, right? We were all talking, and you got to know these people that you would never have gotten to know. And I met. I'm making it my turn. I met one of the ladies in the airport. Even just went before I came home, and I heard her story. And I don't have permission to share it yet, but let me say this. It's amazing. It is so amazing. And she brought me to tears with her Plexus story. And it's just so cool to meet these people and to meet these people that are having their lives changed by these amazing products in this business. And you get to physically see them in front of you instead of just posting their pictures and their story. They're right there. And so that was one of my favorite moments. Okay, now we're going to go to Teddy.
All right. Well, non-Plexus related, probably our first day, Leslie and I, we took an Uber into DC and kind of gave ourselves a tour of the city. We walked everywhere. We did the whole National Mall. We checked everything out. We were having a really good day. I think we got to Escalade into the city, and we only paid for like a little car, and then we didn't hit any traffic when usually in the morning you get hit with traffic. And then because I drank my pink drink and I had like 2 bottles of water, I had to go to the bathroom really, really bad, and there was no bathrooms anywhere. So I ran up to the Washington Monument, and the guy was like, what did he say to us? He goes, "You guys didn't get tickets. You're supposed to get tickets months in advance. But listen, the group ahead of you just canceled, so you're in line. You're going up to the top. So don't, make sure going forward, you get tickets months in advance, and you tell the people to get your tickets." So we got to go up to the top of the Washington Monument, and you can get amazing pictures and an amazing tour, and learned a lot. And that was awesome. Plexus related, I think my favorite moment and part was orchestrating the Manbassador picture after the second session. Unfortunately, it interfered with the Rockin' Ambassador group picture, so I wasn't able to get in there. But I think having that Manbassador picture was really important because it got out there a lot, and it's showing people that there are guys in this business. We are working this business and rocking it. I think maybe 1/10 of the guys that were actually there made the picture, but still it shows that there are manly men that are out there doing this, and it's not just women. I think a couple of years ago it was 95% women and 5% men, and it's starting to creep a little bit. Now it's 85-15, so we're starting to catch up a little bit. So watch out.
Watch out. They're going to take over. No, we won't let you.
Oh, no chance of that, but.
We won't let you, right, ladies? All right, Leslie, go for it.
Well, I have a list. The first one was dropping the kids off to Yaya's house. That was one of my favorite moments. I mean, life is busy and you don't really get time to yourself, let's face it. You're here, you're there, you're running all over the place. So one of my favorite moments was actually having time with my husband, being able to sit down and eat a dinner in its entirety without having to leave the restaurant because of a tantrum. Exploring, like Kelly said, I mean, National Harbor is beautiful. You didn't even have to leave there. It was just incredible. What else? Oh, I stepped out of my comfort zone a little bit and rode a mechanical bull.
Is there a video?
Huh?
Is there a video?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'll have to go watch that.
It's about a half a second long. And I also won the scavenger hunt. I was one of the top 10, so I won a $50 back office credit and a selfie stick as well. So there were many, many moments. It was just fantastic. The trip was fantastic.
Wow.
I have one more moment.
Okay, go, Teddy.
All right. I'm a big teddy bear, so I was able to have a lot of baby time with Jody's baby. So that made me really happy because I got to hold her while Jody and Scott were doing, go and get food at the buffet or whatever. So I got to hold the baby and gave me a baby fix.
Oh, and breakfast with Rod and Jana. That was nice to get to know you guys a little better. That was very nice.
Yep.
Yeah, that baby was yummy.
Yeah.
That was the first That was the first time I've ever heard someone refer to a baby as yummy, and I'll never forget it. 'Cause
Right?
she-
When they're
she was
that,
very
when they're
yummy.
that little.
I have to say she was yummy. I didn't get to love on her a little, but I got to like talk to her and touch her toes. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. She was just perfect. She was just perfect. I think my favorite, gosh, y'all, how do we just say one thing? I think my favorite non-Plexus moment was walking to the White House from our hotel, and one of my friends, she's probably watching this. Hi, Laura. She's a coach at the school that Jana's kids go to, and she's a coach. So I have short legs. I'm short. She does not. And she wore my booty out, y'all. She wore my booty out, walking me around DC and riding the metro. And but we walked to the White House, and it was like 10 minutes away from our hotel downtown, and it was really a cool moment to be that close. And they let you really close. That was crazy to me, to be that close to the White House and to be there with my friends. It was super, super fun. And to see, I mean, the night before, I mean, there were so many things that we really I rode the boat. Did anybody ride the boat over to Virginia? I rode the boat. That was cool. They had really good food too. So that was fun, but there were so many things, and we just went and went and went. There was one moment, Laura, it was so funny. We're on the metro. Did anybody ride the metro? We were on the metro, and we see Pentagon. It said Pentagon City something, and so I was like, she's like, oh, look, you get off right here and you can go see the Pentagon. I'm like, for real? She's like, yeah. So we all, if you didn't ride the metro, it's funny. So we all run off the metro and we run up the stairs to go see the Pentagon. We were at the wrong stop. It was so funny. So we didn't get to see the Pentagon. It was funny though. But we, just adventurous, and it was just, we had a blast. We weren't at the Gaylord, so I didn't get to see Jana and everybody as much, but it still, I mean, hey, we were 15 minutes from the White House walking. I didn't have to Uber, so that was so cool. That was super cool. And I've shared some Plexus moments, and one of my favorites, Cheryl Cuff, when she very first got there, she came running in, and I'm tired. It was late. It was like 11, or it was right after we left the Pose, that really cool Pose place we went to, Jana. And so I'm walking out to the bus to shuttle back to our hotel, and she comes running in, just barreling at me to give me a hug. She was screaming and yelling and so excited. And again, like we've all said, so many people and I had never met her and seen her face just except for our Facebook. And so to see people's faces and hug their necks. And so it was fabulous. But I think, I didn't write this question down, but I think we have to talk about the Halloween party because it was crazy and it was fun. So what did you go dressed as? Because I want to go hunt down your pictures, everybody. And if you haven't hunted down their pictures, hunt them down because I'm sure they're great. What did you go dressed as, and what was your favorite moment at the Halloween party? It was crazy. I mean, it was crazy. So Jana, what did you go dressed as?
Rod was a magician, and I was a magician's assistant. And probably the most fun part was watching Sheila Medina, our first diamond, dance on the stage in her colonial hat and big dress. It was hysterical. Right next to Celeste Diamond, and she was dressed as Periscope. It was hilarious.
Yeah, I have to say that was hilarious. All right, Leslie, what were you dressed as?
I was Minnie Mouse.
Aww.
And my favorite moment was running away from the zombies. Literally. They were
scary.
And I was all by myself.
Aw. Plexus hired some zombies, so that y'all know that weren't there. They hired some zombies to go around, and they acted literally like zombies all night long.
They were terrifying.
She says they were terrifying. All right, that's great. Teddy?
I was Mickey Mouse, and yeah, Mickey and Minnie. So my favorite part, I love the band. They sang one of our baby's favorite songs, so I recorded that. It was the Sugar by Maroon 5. And then I tried to boop, one of the zombies, and they stayed. She stayed in character, and I was in complete shock because, come on, if somebody boops your nose, you're not going to smile.
They were good. They were really, really good. They
Yeah.
had those creepy contacts in. Oh,
Yeah,
The food was incredible.
yes.
Good.
yeah.
I mean, they fed us at the street party. They fed us real food, like not just, hey, here's some finger food. And there was different food at every restaurant. And then this night too, they did the same thing. Oh, it was just crazy.
Mhm.
All right, Kelly.
I didn't go to the Halloween party. I had dinner with friends instead, but I did go at the end and I saw everybody in their costumes and everybody dressed up, and I watched the whole thing from my atrium being set up. And again, like you said, it was just nothing was spared. I mean, I watched from the atrium, from the balcony, just like in awe of all that they were doing. I'm like, holy cow, like we just took over this whole atrium, and it was huge. And the entertainment and the food, and it looked amazing. I stopped in at the end and everybody looked like they were having a really good time. So
Yeah, it was super fun. Y'all, I was a zombie. Leslie, I was a zombie.
He's probably avoiding you.
I was a zombie. I'm obsessed with The Walking Dead. That's Shannon's fault. So she dressed me up as a zombie, and she was a zombie too. It was.
Scared the heck out
She
of
was
me.
scary.
Did y'all see Shannon? She was scary.
Yeah, I didn't want to go near her.
Yeah, she dressed me, so I was a little scary too. We had like leaves and dirt all over us. She literally went and got mud and rubbed it on us. It was crazy. It was crazy. It was so much fun though. And the band was dressed as zombies. I mean, there was no expense spared. It was crazy, all out fun, dancing, and it was a little crowded. There's a lot of us. There was a whole lot of us, but I kind of liked it that it was crowded, because then you got close quarters with so many different people that you really wouldn't have gotten to see if it was so spread out like the convention that we just went to. I wouldn't have seen some of the people that I saw. So yeah, Celeste one goes, "You're missing an earring," because I only had one earring on because the zombie had bit me right here, right? That's how I became a zombie. So she's like, "You're missing an earring." I'm like, "No. Not really." So anyways, it was super duper fun. I mean, just amazing. So we have a little bit more time. Look at us. We're doing so fantastic. So I'm going to go back through, and because it was so packed, jam packed. And if there's one thing you can tell somebody, that they have to go to convention, they have to go to Super Saturday. And I'm going to give you your plug on why they have to go and why it just needs to be a priority for their team, and to bring guests, how many guests they should bring. And I'm going to give you a little bit of a plug that you can all go through, because Super Saturday is coming. I mean, and we have an event, we have a local event on Saturday here. We have a Sip and See. So if you're local here in Red Oak or in Dallas area, you have to come and bring a guest. Events are huge. Events are huge. Find them in your area. So Kelly, I'm going to give you some plugs on why they should come.
okay, I mean, you cannot miss events. I mean, I realize that everybody has different schedules and different limitations, but like we said earlier, you have to be at events. You know, if you want to be successful with this company, you cannot sit at home and not engage with other people, because it is the energy of the 4 other people on this call tonight that will propel me to do awesome things tomorrow. It's the energy of the 1,800 people that were at Leaders that will allow me to do awesome.
Company is empowering. It adds more fuel to your fire. Get away from the negative energy. Get away from those that are doubting you. Get away from those who say that, what are you doing? This isn't going to work. I tend to shut those people off and surround myself with those who, build me up and empower me. And those are everyone that works in this Plexus business with us. So definitely get to these events, because you're going to be surrounded by people that are going to motivate you. And yeah.
Basically, you'll learn a ton about yourself and about your business, and you'll meet your team, which I think is very important, because like I said before, your Plexus peeps are your biggest cheerleaders. So you need to know your team. And it's your business, so you should be there. It's your business.
Definitely want to lead by example.
And they're fun.
Yeah, they are fun. And, you will leave changed. And that's the thing. And your team members that come will leave changed. And, remember, there's 4 big events that Plexus puts on a year. 2 are ones that anyone can go to, and 2 are earned trips. So the Super Saturday is one that everyone can go to and everyone should go to, and convention is something everyone should go to and everyone can go to. And then Maui, of course, is for Jules, and Leaders Retreat is for leaders. And many of you may not know that you have to earn your way to go to Leaders, and what we just came from. And so congratulations to everyone that earned the trip. It's not an easy thing to do. It's something that obviously Plexus, the things that they did for us that you're hearing us talking about, is because we worked hard to get there. And so events, to get to Leaders Retreat and to get to Maui, you really need to take one opportunity at a time to go to these things, and it's one step closer to these trips. So if you can get a lot of people to come to Super Saturday, and then if you can get a lot of people to come to convention, you're that much closer to getting to Maui and to Leaders Retreat. But one thing I wanted to, because I didn't want people to think that, you know, we just went to Leaders Retreat and did nothing to get there. You really had to earn it to go. And so one of the quotes that I read in one of the book that I'm reading last night reminded me a lot of everyone that earned Leaders Retreat. And I think it would be really great for me to read it to you guys. So it says, nothing worthwhile really ever comes easily. Work, continuous work, and hard work is the only way you will accomplish results that last. Whatever you want in life, you must give up something to get it. The greater the value, the greater the sacrifice required of you. There is a price to pay if you want to make things better. A price to pay for just leaving things the way they are. The highway to success is a toll road. Everything has a price. So last night when I was reading that, I was reminded of the things that we did to get to the Leaders Retreat. And everyone has the ability to do that for next year, but you need to start now, and you need to start building your team up. And one way to do that is to promote these events, because the more people you have at these events, the more success you're going to have, and the more you're going to make it to the trips that we earn. So congratulations to everybody that made it. It wasn't easy. There were, like Kelly or Leslie, you said there were 1,800 people that won it. That's out of all the ambassadors. That's a huge accomplishment. It really is. And Plexus, they appreciated our efforts and made us really feel like we succeeded at that this weekend.
Absolutely. I think, wow, it was so much fun. I love that every price, the toll road thing, it has a cost. Wow.
And there's a price for doing nothing. I mean, that's huge. You're giving up this major opportunity if you do nothing.
Wow.
Yeah, one thing that Rita said was, if you're not getting much out of your business, how much are you putting into your business? So it goes hand in hand.
Yeah, you get what you put in.
Definitely. Definitely.
It's huge.
But we're really fortunate that Plexus has these things for us, and that, you know, they do these things for us 4 times a year so that we can get our people there, and it helps us to succeed a lot faster.
Yeah, it really does. So we had a question, and I've not been to a Super Saturday, so I really don't know what happened. So they were asking about Super Saturday, what it is it all day? Is it a training? Is it opportunity? What is it? So somebody want to take that one?
Yeah, I think I answered it on there, but yeah, it's a large meeting. It's about 4 hours, and we have you have Jules, 2 Jules that are up there going through training materials. Last year there was a whole bunch of training stuff. You got a booklet. I think this year, I'm not sure what they're going to be talking about. I'm assuming the new back office. I don't know.
The new welcome pack.
Welcome packs. The new welcome packs. That's right. So yeah, but it's definitely very important to get there. It's a big training, and I wouldn't miss it if it's in a city near you. I know we had people that traveled. I don't know, they traveled like 5 hours of driving to get to Albany. It was pretty remarkable. We filled up a very big room. Definitely get there. It's cheap. I think it was like $17 to go. So there's really no excuse to not go unless you have.
Everybody gets a welcome pack.
It'll be all about leadership.
And everybody gets a welcome pack that goes. Correct?
Yeah.
That's
It'll be all about leadership, and usually they have an opportunity meeting the night before at the same location that they're going to have Super Saturday. So if you're close enough to bring people the night before, that would be huge. If you're not close enough, have your own opportunity meeting the night before and then bring whoever with you. You know, have them buy the tickets ahead of time, and then, or you buy tickets for them and then have your opportunity meeting before that, and then take the people with you, because they'll learn all about how to start their business. It's about 3 or 4 hours long. I don't know what the hours are this year, but they have a bunch of them in different cities around the country so that it's not too far for people to drive. And they all teach on the exact same thing at every location. In fact, all of the trainers on Sunday spent all day learning the same materials to be able to train everyone at the different Super Saturdays. Just a way to have a big event that's close enough for everyone to attend.
Nice. That was going to be my question is, do you bring new people? But if they have an opportunity event before, you bring them to that. That's perfect. And then that way they can not miss the Super Saturday. They can be there.
Right.
Last year I had an ambassador who I had spoken to a few days before Super Saturday, and she was excited. I'm sure she's on now. And she wanted this so badly. She wanted to be a part of this. And I said, well, we have this huge event tomorrow, and it was my first Super Saturday. I didn't know what to expect. And she said, oh, I really want to go. I really want to learn everything I can. I said, but you're going to have to sign up. I mean, you're going to have to go online and click join. So literally, she met me in the parking lot the next morning at, 11 o'clock or whatever. And on the way to Super Saturday, she signed up in the car. I mean, it was because she knew how important it was to be at the event, and she got so much out of it. And she just signed up on the way. So it's brand spanking new. Definitely bring them.
Awesome. That's great.
Yeah.
Wow. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. All right. We have one more question. Where's the closest Super Saturday for Fayetteville, Arkansas? Isn't there a list where they can?
Yeah, there's a list. We will post it again in the Rockin' Group, and ask your sponsor. They sent out an email, actually, was it last week or the week before? They sent out an email with all cities listed in it. So look for that email.
All right. So that's it, guys. I don't have anything else.
Probably Little Rock. It's probably Little Rock.
Yeah, you're probably right. All right, guys. I don't have anything else. If y'all don't have anything else, are we good? No?
I want to see everyone at Leisure Retreat next year.
Yes. I want my whole team there. I want my whole team at Leaders Retreat. You can't miss it. You can't miss it. You can't miss it. So I want everybody to come. I know you'll all feel the same way. Guys, it was so nice to meet you, Teddy, Leslie, Kelly.
Thank you.
Ew.
I wish I'd have gotten to hug your neck this weekend. Next time, right? Come find me. Purple hair. Can't miss me. Come find me.
Let's take a picture real quick. Everybody smile. Okay. I think I got it.
Okay. All right,
Okay.
guys. Thank y'all so
you.
much. Teddy,
Thanks,
you'll probably
guys.
in the next one.
See ya.
Bye, you guys.